Hi, I've got some time. My name's BUDGIE. I am a subscriber to your channel, Sir Stephen Schnee. So I'd like to contribute to the challenge, the HT challenge. You could get me into some theological Greek versus Hebrew debate, but I shall refrain, and I shall roll my R's like every honourable Welshman. Croeso, diolch Stephen am roi sylw I Jackie Leven a Lilac Time a bands da eraill. Thank you, Stephen, for triggering my interest, inspiring me to subscribe to your channel, because you are the guy who recognised all the bands that I love. So, what am I going to do now? Shall I come nearer to the... No, I'll stay back. I'm going to stay back. Can you hear my levels? Can you hear my levels? My name's Hippo yn yr Eira, which means hippo in the snow. I go aka BUDGIE, and my first language is Welsh. My second language is love. So where are we now? Let's get the levels and we shall proceed with what you want to hear. I'm going to go controversially first of all. I don't know whether I've got them to show you readily available, because I never arrange anything. I'm off the cuff guy. Excuse me a minute. And I don't think I've got them to show you anyway, but I'm just going to show you. Let's have a look. If I can. No, I don't think I can. Wait a minute. We're getting there, mate. I'm coming back in a very, 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 very short time. Right. This is a book, The Basque History of the World, which I need to read. That's Knowing God by J.I. Packer, highly recommended, but not infallible. Right, BUDGIE is the band. So the BUDGIE, I can't put In for the Kill. I can't, because this, Zoom Club is a classic. Wondering What Everyone Knows is beautiful. Crash Course Brain Surgery is good. In for the Kill is a classic. But Hammer and Tongs doesn't move me. Running for My Soul is all right. Living on My Own is okay. So it doesn't get in. So where do we start? Well, we only start with, of course... Where is it? Of course, I haven't got it, have I? Because I've given it away to a friend, haven't I? So we start with Bandolier. Then we go, which is absolutely brilliant, right? Just BUDGIE. You've got to get into BUDGIE. Everybody, you've got to. You've got to get into BUDGIE. This is only going to be a video about BUDGIE. I've decided. Right? You're not going to escape. You're not going to get me going down any Sufjan Stevens. You're not going to get me going down any Aerosmith. You're not going to get me going down any China Crisis. Bring it downhill. Relax. No need to get het up. What we going to do? Get the spotlight on me a bit. There we are. Shumai. What are we going to do? We're going to discuss BUDGIE. I haven't got all their albums on CD. I've got a few on album. Bandolier is the album. 1975. 1975. Now, unless I'm mistaken, it was on MCA. And MCA have released the 3 albums that, funnily enough, ironically, they've released Never Turn Your Back on a Friend, In for the Kill, and Bandolier on MCA Records. But I'm not going to go for that, because I've just described the fallible In for the Kill, so it doesn't get in. Never Turn Your Back on a Friend is classic, but it stands alone. It stands alone with the first 2 albums, which are classics, but different. Basic, but not basic, inspirational. If anybody wants to hear BUDGIE, just listen to an Iron Maiden bass line. That's it. That's where they got it from. Judas Priest, so they say, toured with Budgie in the early days. They supported Budgie. But Burke and Tony and Ray, the drummer, they didn't have gimmicks. They just turned it up to 17 and played. They loved Led Zeppelin. Burke told me he loved Led Zeppelin and the Beatles. But what they did, they turned it up. They were the best power trio. And when Rush heard Budgie, Rush said, oh, we can do that, but we can do it with more flamboyancy. And they persevered, didn't they? Budgie stopped in 1978 because Tony Borge, the guitarist, left. But he left us with the 2 albums that came after Bandolier in 1975. And I've got one of them here, and I'm going to include that in the trilogy because it deserves its place. Here it is. It's called If I Were Britannia, I'd Rule the Waves. I'm not going to talk about the clever lyricism. I am going to tell you the tracks on it. And again, and again. If I were Britannia, I'd waive the rules. What did I call the album? If I were Britannia, I'd waive the rules. That's the name of the album. I'm not going to tell you about the puns and all everything because everyone knows them. The music and the songs and the grooves are fantastic. You're opening doors. You're opening doors. It's quite Stevie Wonder-ish in parts. Quactors and bureaucrats. Sky high percentage. Heaven Knows Our Name, the obligatory acoustic song. Black Velvet Stallion. Now I've heard that there's an Eagles song. You've just done an Eagles thing, haven't you, Steve? You've just done an Eagles, and I can't get over it. I can't get into it. I can't even listen to Eagles. But if you listen to Black Velvet Stallion, all you Eagles fans will realise, oh, there's a similarity. So I've been told, between one song by the Eagles. The bonus tracks are just 2006 versions, which, are just Burke trying to stay in the groove. But a brilliant album, highly deserving its place as the second of the trilogy. Now, I haven't got a copy of Impeccable on me, but Impeccable is impeccable. It sounds more refined, but it rocks, and it's got beautiful, beautiful songs. And if you heard it, you'd realise why I'm recommending Bandolier 1975. I haven't even talked about it. Do you know why I haven't talked about it? Because I don't want to spoil it for you. I do not want to spoil it for you. It is... You can't spoil it, but I just want you to know how beautiful, how rockingly beautiful it is. If you want to hear... Oh, should I spoil it? Well, Burke comes from Tiger Bay. Name me one other singer who comes from Tiger Bay. I'm not going to tell you who it is. Name one other songstress. I've given you a clue. Who comes from Tiger Bay. And I'll tell you, Burke gives her a run for her money. That's how versatile Burke Shelley is. He passed away 2 years ago. He was a man of faith, and I loved him. He was a brilliant, brilliant bassist. He could sing his heart out, and he was a very nice guy. So, that's Budgie for you. Thank you for putting up with my tendency to waffle, and I'll see you for my next recommended trilogy after you've edited this one. So we've got Budgie Bandolier, Budgie If I Were Britannia I'd Waive the Rules, and Budgie Impeccable from 1978. Diolch yn fawr. Peace and love.